Hello peeps, Donna here. You know, I promised I would do more show and tells, so today I'm going to do bracelets. I have assembled so many bracelets and they're kind of all around me, and I'll try to keep things moving along and only talk about things that I think are important. Now, first, let's just start with this. This is a bracelet I made so long ago. I think it's Pro Matte. I think it is Pro Matte, yeah. Okay, so Pro Matte was a clay that was made by Polyform Products. They quit making it a long time ago. It was a good clay. It was actually a very good clay. So that's what this was. You know what I like about this? I like the irregular opening. Everything I make now seems to be so irregular, and I like it. I may actually just use this itself as a pattern. Yeah, because the shape I kind of like. Okay, so you can see canes, black and white stripes. These little squiggles, of course, were made by using a French fry cutter blade, a wavy blade. Yeah, so let me put this somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna just put it on the floor right there. Okay, so there's no particular order in which these things will happen. So let's just keep moving with the flat things. Flat things. All right, so these are the same sort of thing. Maybe did I show them to you in that one class? Because I did this class. Just simple flat bangles in different shapes, different colors on each side. Yeah, just color blocked bangles. I like these very much. These were color replacement. You can see triangle. This is a pinwheel, polka dots, ovals, and a grid. And I used stripes for edging. And my edging skills improved from that first bracelet. Okay, so there you have that. I'll put those there. Now, continuing on with the flat theme, let's move on to these guys. Yeah, I just, sometimes I cannot stop myself. So, yeah, my fish series with the red backing. Now, this isn't actually finished. I think I would, you know, when I was making these, I was making them shiny. So sanding and then buffing them. And this is probably, I think this was made before this one too. And of course they're carved. Yeah, I've always really liked these a lot. My fish. And you can see that this guy, it's more serious looking fish. He looks like he might be a bass. I don't know. Anyway, I did a lot more carving. Actually, you can see that this one had the black clay on top, so I had to carve more to expose the orange underneath. But I like it. Now I'm gonna polish these up. Okay. Here's one sort of in process, so you can see what it looks like in the back. So you piece these things together, then you carve. Yes, I must have gotten bored because I have a second one that I have not finished yet. Maybe I'll finish, maybe not. Then, because man does not live on fish alone, nor does woman. Well, I have to show you these. I like these a lot. These were some of the first ones, I think. Goldfish and koi. Like them. But I certainly don't need 10 of them. Okay, then I moved on to just some patterns. So this is like bamboo, unfinished bamboo. Well, not a lot of leaves on this one, just a few. There's another bamboo. I like this with like that a lot. Okay, and I didn't polish these. And then, don't ask me why, I did this. Okay, more flat stuff. Looking for flat stuff. Okay, I found more flat stuff. Of course, I found more flat stuff. Okay, you guys remember this. This was in the members classroom. Stingray bracelets. Now, I think this was one of the first ones I did. I like it. Then, of course, it was red, black, and red bottom and black top. Here's the second one because one should always have at least two. I made a lot more than that. In class, I used orange, but yeah, I like the orange. And then I made some straight black ones, and I apologize for the dryer. I started, and then I realized, oh, you're doing laundry again. Yeah, I'm doing laundry again. Okay, and then this one is kind of interesting. I like this one a lot because I shined. I gave the edging high gloss, and then I left the surfaces matte. I like that. I like it a lot. Okay. All right. Is that all the flat stuff? These are all the bracelets I could find. Actually, these are all the bracelets I could find. That's it. Okay. So let us move on to some of these guys. The spinners. Now, this was just a class in the classroom. You guys saw that. This one is one that I made in these colors. Don't ask me why. I mean, in a really weird way, I really like the colors, but not exactly my colors. This is more me. Then I have a black one, but see, this piece snapped. Not exactly sure why. But in class, I only did one spinner, but you know, you can do more than one. And so this bracelet has 3. But I think they're too thin. Yeah, I do. I think they're too thin. But I keep it with me for I don't know what. Just because. Okay, so let us move on. These are just chips. Very thin, translucent chips. And on the surface, what did I do? I used, what are those called? Pan pastels. Pan pastels, and then I put liquid clay on top. And I think I used gold on top, so it gives it that kind of sheen to it. So this is kind of interesting. It's big. And it's actually not that heavy. Then I decided to make it in black, but I made the pieces different sizes. So maybe this goes in the inside of the arm, this goes on the outside. Maybe that makes it just a little bit easier to wear. I don't know. I've never worn it. I've never worn it. There are a lot of things here that I honestly haven't worn all that much or ever. Okay, so let's move on to these guys. Hello. I liked making this kind of bracelet, you know, just a cuff, right? And I make it over an existing metal cuff, and there is wire inside so that it doesn't open up. Yeah, this one wasn't finished. I didn't finish the sanding process and the polishing. This is mica shift, of course, and this one's mica shift too. I believe these were in my book. Yeah, and then this one is just polka dots, but I like this one with kind of that brassy gold and the red with the black backing. There's black underneath it. Yeah, this is actually older textured clay. Then I stuck a Chinese coin on, and I wired in a pearl. This is acrylic paint on a stamping. Yeah, I like this one, but look what's happening here. This seems to be punching out. So the wires in this one are punching out, which means I'm not going to try it on. It's just going to sit there for the rest of its life. These guys are fine. Okay, so you guys know, whenever you have a cuff like this, you don't try to get it over your bone. You drop down below to that fleshy part I have a lot of fleshy parts on my arm. Slide it over like so, right? Take it off the opposite way. But you can't do it across the bone because that hurts. Okay. These will go on the floor. My pile is growing. Okay, so I happen to love, well, I really like these. Now, this is a tooth cane that I made, and then this is a zipper cane. And this one is hollow, and this was a class in the members' classroom. This one is hollow, but, oh no, I'm sorry, it is not hollow. It is a solid bracelet. It's quite heavy. It's really a heavy piece. Yeah. But I taught this class quite a bit. I taught it in Europe quite a bit, and I do really like it. I like the combination of the teeth and the zipper. Yeah. Okay. Those go on the floor. My floor. Now, this, you remember these guys? Well, these are a class in the members' classroom. And it's a rainbow tractor tire, because that's what it looked like to me. But I really like these, and these are actually hollow. Now, here's a black and white one that is, in fact, hollow. Okay, so these are all hollow. So they're nice and light. They're not really heavy. I like them a lot. I like these a lot. Okay, on the floor, the pile is growing. Now, these are actually older, hollow. And what I did here, this is black clay, and I used colored pencil, and I just made lines all around, and then I sealed it with PIM 2. Now, PIM 2 is no longer made, so I haven't done a lot of research on replacements for PIM 2. You can see the PIM 2 is quite good because these are bracelets that I have worn. They are. Yep. They are PIM 2. Okay, now let's move on to some very typically me at a certain time. I made all of these huge bracelets. See these? Now, these are actually in here, in each of these projectiles, foil, very compressed foil. But the clay is so thick, these are really heavy. They're really heavy. And they're really big. See, they're paperweights. That's kind of what they are. Even this is kind of smaller. This guy, well, holy moly, big. Look at that. Woohoo! And here's one that has 4. And here's one with 3. The 3 is probably, if I kept any of them, I would, well, obviously, I've kept all of them. But this is, I think, the one that I like the best, the 3. Although, black and white, you know, can't go wrong. Okay, so let me put these back on their home, which is a paper towel holder. Yeah, it works really well, by the way. Just slide it on there, and now you have 20 pounds of bracelets all together now. Okay, let's move on to big but lighter. Big but lighter. It took me a while to assemble all of them. They were all over the place. All right. So in the big but lighter category, we have polka dots. Polka dots. So let me tell you quickly a story about polka dots. I wanted to make a polka dot bracelet, black underneath, white polka dots with edging on top. So you know what I did? I made a cane. And Yeah, it was a big bullseye cane. And then I cut them and I started to apply them. And of course they weren't round. And I thought, what is the matter with me? Roll a sheet, take a cutter, cut the circles. You're done. Which all goes to show that sometimes you can have something in your mind for some reason that makes sense, and then you do it, and then you realize you completely bypassed the real solution, which was also way simpler. Okay, so there's a lesson for you. Anyway, I really like, hello, did my hand grow? Ugh. But this has always been one of my favorites. Quite simple, but one of my favorites. I like this one too. It reminds me of a circus. And these are, I guess, you know, when I'm thinking about it, maybe these are my colors. This kind of pastel-y thing happening. But I really like this one a lot. And it's quite simple. It's just a zigzag like that. And then color replacement, oval color replacement. Sheet, yellow, and that kind of peachy color. Yeah, okay. So much for that. Ah, this is a class. It's actually in the open classroom. It's called Call Me a Taxi. I wonder why. Of course, you know, some of you might be young and might not recognize this pattern, these patterns and colors as taxi colors. But you know, in Chicago, we had old yellow checker taxis. They were yellow and they had a checker band running across the side. And yeah, this screams taxi to me. Taxi. Okay. Now, some of these were part of this class. Remember this class? I needed a jump start myself, so we did this. And, you know, I liked it. It's kind of a mid-century modern thing. And then I thought, well, why don't I just do these? And, you know, I like these. I like them a lot. I don't know if I like them as much as having two of them, but it's good to have things around, just so you can look and see what you've done and maybe see where you're going. Okay, so this is all Starry Night canes. And then I made this pattern, which are actually olives, because I love olives. So I created my pattern, I made my sheet, I put it on, and the rest is history. Now these are grapes. The same boogie, but these are grapes, these are olives, and they're all made with Starry Night canes. I didn't do a very good job finishing this one. I got this seam here that I should have taken care of. Well, okay, so much for that. Moving right along. Okay, you guys remember this. This was a class. And I love this one. Hinged rainbow bracelet. Yeah, and the hinge, this works really well. So this is a class. Now this I made without the clasp, so this has to go on a really tiny hand. I can get it on, but it's really tough. My hand isn't that small. I'm short with big feet and big hands. Okay, remember this? Cha-cha. Cha-cha. So this is a class as well. Okay, let me put this aside. But you know, a lot of this stuff you guys have seen because it's the classes, right? On their channel classes. This is the Mobius. I really like these bracelets. Mobius bracelet. And let me see if I can find it. I took a pencil and I drew a line, and without lifting it, okay, I had to lift it like right there. I was able to draw a line on every single plane, which makes it, you know, a Mobius. Patterned Mobius, and black. The black actually shows the pattern, the shape better than these, but I love this one. I do. I seriously really like this one. Okay, what else have I got over here? Oh yeah, look at these. Oh, mackerel. Holy mackerel. Remember these? Yeah, these were a class. I really like these. They're not hard to make, and they're fun. And if you have little dangles, they're even more fun. I mean, nothing wrong with them plain, but why the heck not? Dangle some charms off of them, get some movement going, like that. Okay, of course these were also in the class. Very simple, 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 simple. Okay, let me slide these back on, because I'll show you the first ones I made, because that was kind of like the second or third, well, oh, timber. Okay, so these were made a long time ago. I was making these bracelets, and they're the stripes, you see, but then I was just dangling big beads off of them, and these are kind of fun. This is an oval one, and then I dangled a big oval ring off of it too. This one with a little heart dangling off. But these are fun. These are fun to make and fun to wear. Yeah. Now, if only I had some place to go. I have no place to go. Okay. Let's put these back on here. Okay. Moving right along. We're actually kind of close to the end. Can you believe it? All right. Remember this? Yeah, Slinky bracelet. This is the only one I have left. Yeah, of course, they're so easy to make. It's just extruded clay that's wrapped around a bracelet jar form, round. And then you end up with doing, doing, doing Slinky. Yeah, I love it. Now these, you guys recognize these, right? Yeah, this is a cane. Stretchy cord. There you go. That was a class everybody really seemed to like. Okay, now this was kind of a failure. Do you recognize this technique? These are embossing powders in translucent clay. This is actually tinted translucent, maybe. Anyway, it's in there, and then I decided, oh, I'll just make this little piece and then put these little sort of rondelle-shaped caned beads around it, and this thing is not comfortable. It's, I mean, it's okay, but this, it would be more comfortable if this was curved and not straight, but I keep it around as a reminder. And this, you guys remember what to do with your canes. Make bracelets. Make beads, make bracelets. So, now, you don't just have to make bracelets like, well, you saw the beaded ones, but a lot of the bracelets I make are this kind of cuff type thing where it's one piece. Well, of course, you guys know you don't have to do that. You can make individual pieces and put them together. This one's really old. You can see it's like losing its, see the stretchy? I'm gonna have to restring this because that is some really old elastic. But these are all transfers. And this is actually one I like very much. So I think I will restring it. And these are just flat tiles, drill holes in, and then string them up. They don't all have to be flat. Here's one that's a combination. These things have lost their stretchy. These are interesting though. You just unscrew it. I think that's, you just kind of turn it in opposite directions because it's a spring. And I will restring these. So some of these are dimensional and some are flat tiles. Some are silk screened, some are canes. Cane, silk screen, cane. That is not a silk screen. That is metal clay. I mean, mica clay. Canes. Okay, this guy too. Canes. Same thing. No silk screen on this one though. These were all canes. This is like all silk screen. Oh, cane. Cane. Okay. So these are good. I like these. I like this kind of bracelet very much. If I'm going to wear a bracelet at all. Okay, let me set that aside. We're down to the end. The end. Okay, so these guys are all hollow. Carving, cane, cane, carve, cane, just impress. Cane, cane. This color replacement, that's a pinwheel. I like the pinwheel on that. And then I lined it with red and orange stripes. This is another version, much the same. Maybe not all the same canes. It's hollow. You just slide it on. This one's really big. This one's smaller. Yeah, this one's better because it's a little bit smaller. Okay. And then I went ahead and I made one with just one type. And then I used I made a clasp. And the clasp works just fine. Believe me, it works fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, my peeps. Those are all the bracelets I could find. Do you think I have enough? Oh, wait, I wanted to show you one more. I like this one. I never really did anything with it, but I really like it. It is heavy, so I don't think it's hollow. But I'm thinking I'm going to do this one in black top, white underneath, so carve it, then white top, black underneath, carve out this side. And I like the red lining. I think this is a really handsome bracelet. Yeah, I'm going to make this because I don't have enough bracelets. Yeah, I'm sick. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this little show and tell of all the bracelets that I could find. I know there are more bracelets in the studio. I just know it. I know it. And, but as promised, I'm going to keep doing these. So probably once a month, I'll come out with something. Maybe next will be Inro boxes or pins or earrings or necklaces because, Lord Almighty, I have enough. Yeah. Okay, guys. So, in any case, have a great day. Until we meet again, I'm Donna Kato, signing off.